Hello, boys and girls. I'm your host, Con Shonnery. We have another edition of Spooky Time Fireside Tales. Tonight's book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We're going to read Me Tai Do Ti Walker. There was a haunted house where every night a bloody head fell down the chimney. At least that's what people said. So nobody would stay there overnight. A rich man once offered $200 to whoever would do it. This boy said he would try if he could have his dog with him. So it was all settled. The very next night, the boy went to the house with his dog. To make it more cheerful, he started a fire in the fireplace. Then he sat in front of the fire and waited, and his dog waited with him. For a while, nothing happened. But a little after midnight, he heard someone singing softly and sadly off in the woods. The singing sounded something like this.
Me Tai Do Ti Walker.
It's just someone singing, the boy told himself, but he was frightened. Then the dog answered the song, softly and sadly it sang, Kinchi, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. The boy could not believe his ears. His dog has never uttered a word before, and a few minutes later he heard the singing again. Now it was closer and louder, but the words were the same.
Me Tai Do Ti Walker.
This time the boy tried to stop his dog from answering. He was afraid that whoever was singing would hear it and come after them. But his dog paid no attention, and again it sang, Kinchi, Kinchi, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. Half hour later the boy heard the singing again. Now it was in the backyard. The song was the same.
Me Tai Do Ti Walker.
Again the boy tried to keep his dog quiet, but the dog sang out louder than ever. Kinchi, Kinchi, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. Soon the boy heard the singing again. Now it was coming down the chimney.
Me Tai Do Ti Walker.
The dog was saying, Kinchi, Kinchi, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. Suddenly a bloodhead fell out of the chimney, missed the fire and landed right next to the dog. The dog took one look and fell over, dead from fright. The head turned and stared at the boy. Slowly it opened its mouth and This next story is called Such Things Happen, from the book of Scary Stories 3. When Bill Nelson's cow stopped giving milk, he called the veterinarian. There's nothing wrong with that cow, the vet said. She just, that or some witch got a hold of her. Bill and the vet both laughed. That old hag, Addie Fitch, I guess she's the closest we've got to a witch around here, the vet said. But witches have gone out of style, haven't they? Bill had had a run-in with Addie Fitch the month before. He had hit her cat with his car and killed it. I'm really sorry, Addie Fitch, he told her. I'll get you a new cat, just as pretty, just as good. Her eyes filled with hate.
I raised that cat from a kitten, she hissed. I loved her. You'll be sorry for this, Bill Nelson.
Bill sent her a new cat and heard nothing more. Then his cow stopped giving milk. Next, his old truck broke down. After that, his wife fell and broke her arm.
Having a bad luck, he thought. Maybe it's Addie Fitch getting even.
And then,
hey, you don't believe in witches, you're just upset.
But Bill's grandpa believed in witches. He had once told Bill there was only one sure way to stop a witch from causing trouble.
You find a black walnut tree and you draw her picture on it. Then you mark an X where her heart is and you drive a nail into the X. Every day you drive it in a little deeper. If she's causing the trouble, she'll feel pain. When she can't stand it anymore, she'll come to you or send somebody and try to borrow something. If you give her what she wants, that breaks the power of the nail and she'll go on tormenting you. But if you don't, she'll have to stop or the pain will kill her.
That's what his nice, gentle old grandpa believed. It's total craziness, Bill thought. Of course, his grandpa didn't have much schooling. Bill had been to college. He knew better. Then Bill's dog Joe, perfectly healthy dog, dropped dead, just like that. It made Bill angry. Despite all his schooling, he thought, maybe it is Addie Fitch after all. He got a red crayon from his son's room and and a hammer and a nail and went into the woods. Found a black walnut tree, drew a picture of Addie Fitch on it. He made an X where her heart was, like his grandpa said to do. With a hammer, he drove the nail a little way into the X. Then he went home. I felt like a fool, he told his wife. You should, she said. The next day, a boy named Timmy Logan came by.
Addie Fitch is feeling pretty sick. She wondered if she could borrow some sugar from you.
Bill Nelson stared at Timmy in amazement. He took a deep breath. Tell her I'm sorry, but I don't have any sugar right now. When Timmy Logan left, Bill went back to the walnut tree and drove the nail in another inch. The next day, the boy came back.
Addie Finch is still pretty sick. She really needs to borrow some sugar.
Tell her I'm sorry, Bill Nelson said, but I still don't have any.
Bill went out into the woods and drove the nail in another inch. The following day, the boy was back.
Addie Finch said she is really, really sick and she really needs to borrow some sugar.
Tell her I don't have any, Bill answered.
I was angry.
You've got to stop this,
She said.
This mumbo-jumbo works. It's like murder.
I'll stop her when she does,
He said. Toward dusk, he stood in the yard staring at the ridge where the old lady lived, wondering what was going on up there. Then in the half-darkness, he saw Addie Fitch coming slowly down the hill toward him. With her pinched, bony face and her old black coat, she did look like a witch. As she got closer, Bill saw that she could barely walk.
Maybe I am really hurting her,
He thought. He ran to get his hammer to pull the nail out, but before he could leave, Addie Fitch was in the yard, her face twisted with rage.
First you killed my cat.
She said.
Then you wouldn't give me a bit of sugar when I needed it.
She swore at him and fell dead at his feet. I'm not surprised that she dropped dead that way, the doctor said later. She was very old, maybe 90. It was her heart, of course.
Some people thought she was a witch,
Bill said. I've heard that, the doctor said.
Somebody I know thought Addie Fitch had witched him,
Bill went on.
He drew a picture of her on a tree and drove a nail into it to make her stop.
That's an old superstition, the doctor said. But people like us don't believe in that sort of thing. Do we?